The duo behind Rick and Morty's new voice leads are breaking their public silence on what it's been like to take over two of the most popular characters in animation. Cardoni, Rick, and Harry Belden, Morty, beat out thousands of potential candidates vying to take over the titular roles that were previously voiced by series co-creator Justin Roiland before he was ousted from the series in January. Below, the previously unknown actors reveal their behind-the-scenes journey, from their first auditions to struggling to pull off their respective characters' voices to dealing with fandom reactions. Though they've now had the roles for months, when being interviewed via Zoom last week, Cardoni and Belden came across like a pair of giddy Rick and Morty superfans who still feel like just won the lottery. "It's been super surreal waking up every day," Belden says. "For the first month, after landing the role, I genuinely kept asking my girlfriend if that had really happened, if I was indeed the new Morty. So, to keep having that realization that, yes, this is real, that you are playing a character you've watched and loved for years and been a huge fan of, is indescribable and brings such joy. So tell me about your respective backgrounds." Belden: "I've done some voiceover work, primarily commercials. Most of my work has been in Chicago theater and the odd role on some of the Chicago shows like Chicago Fire or Chicago Med. So doing full-on animated character voiceover work is a new world for me." Cardoni: "I'm Boston, born and raised. Started acting at a very young age. I've been acting and doing a lot of voiceover primarily for the past few years, usually in the promo side of things. But doing voices and impressions and creating characters was always something that I did for fun. So, when you first heard that Justin was stepping down and that the Rick and Morty producers would be looking for new voice actors, what's the first thing each of you thought?" Belden: "I got to jump on this. I emailed my agent and said, if you've got any requests for this Rick and Morty thing, I do a decent Rick and Morty, so I'd love to be considered and to send them my stuff." "So, you'd already practiced doing the voices on your own?" Belden: "Oh, yeah. I think like most fans, I had done impressions of Rick and Morty for fun with my friends. And over time, I guess I was doing it enough that it turned into something that I thought I could really do." Cardoni: "Same. I already had an impression reel that I had given to my managers that included Rick and Morty voices. But as Harry mentioned, it was, wow, this could be a big opportunity, I think I could do these voices. So both of you went out for both roles." Belden: "Most Rick and Morty fans don't just imitate one of them. Ian and I have laughed because I thought my Rick was a lot stronger than my Morty, which shows how much I know." Cardoni: "And I thought during the audition process that my Morty was getting stronger. So, during the process, we were both up for both. What were those early auditions like for you, Ian, when compared to other voiceover work you've done?" Cardoni: "This audition process was certainly different from any other audition process I've been a part of in the past, even just for the sheer length of it. My first submission for this was in mid-February, and I got the role in early June. In between, there were many rounds of auditions. What's typical for auditions is you do the work and then wait for response while you try to put it out of your mind and move on with your life. But this was many rounds of getting closer and closer and closer to the possibility of it, and it was harder to contain my excitement.